Hi, I'm Sofie. In the previous video, I introduced Kernelium, an experimental operating system being built from the ground up. But maybe one simple question came to mind. Why? Why build your own operating system today when Linux, Windows, BSD, and many other systems already exist? Good question. And that is exactly what we will look at today. Kernelium is not being created to replace Linux tomorrow. It is not being created to compete with Windows. And it definitely is not being created because the world desperately needs another system that can print text on the screen and then crash. Kernelium is being created as an experiment, as an attempt to look at operating systems differently, not as a pile of layers, historical compromises, and backward compatibility, but as a cleanly designed kernel where every part has a clear role. The basic idea behind Kernelium is simple. Everything is an object. The system does not react chaotically. It reacts to events. Hardware interrupts should not turn into chaos inside the kernel. They should create an event, and that event should then be processed by the system in a controlled, readable, and safe way. In other words, Kernelium is not trying only to make something functional. It is trying to make something understandable. When you build on top of an old system, you inherit its strength, but you also inherit its past. Old designs, old compromises, old layers that remained there because someone needed them once. Kernelium takes a different path. It does not ask, how do we make this compatible with everything? It asks, what could this look like if we started clean? That does not mean it is easier, quite the opposite. It means every decision hurts a little more. Building an operating system from scratch is not romantic. It means a lot of crashes, a lot of blank screens, a lot of logs that look like messages from an alien civilization. Sometimes the kernel boots, sometimes it freezes, and sometimes it simply stays silent so convincingly that you start suspecting your own keyboard. But those are exactly the moments where understanding begins. Not just understanding the code, understanding the whole system. Kernelium is a journey, not a finished product. It is research, learning, and the construction of a system that tries to be clean, object-based, and event-driven from the very beginning. Maybe one day it will become a usable system. Maybe it will mainly become a deep understanding of how an operating system really works. And maybe both. Either way, Kernelium is not only about making a computer run something, it is about understanding what happens when the machine begins to wake up. So why are we building our own operating system from scratch? Because sometimes it is not enough to modify the old machine. Sometimes you need to strip it down to the frame, look at how it works, and then build it again, better, cleaner, in your own way. I'm Sofie, and when the kernel goes silent, Sofie explains,